Welcome, everybody. The 2023 NFL Draft is over, but it's never too early to start looking ahead to the next draft. I'm Joe with the Game House, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top cornerbacks in the 2024 NFL Draft Summer Watch List. All right, as mentioned, the cornerbacks are up today in our 2024 NFL Draft Summer Watch List. As a reminder, these are not ranked players. These are in alphabetical order. Just some guys to watch in college football this season as we get closer to the season, and maybe guys who could be top draft picks as we get closer to the 2024 NFL Draft. So let's get things started. We're going to get started with Denzel Burke, the corner out of Ohio State. He was on the field really early in his career. He jumped in as a freshman, 12 passes defended, 1 interception his first year on campus. 2022, helped the Buckeyes make the college football playoff, 34 total tackles, 5 passes defended. 6'1", he has good length for the position, but he needs to add more weight to his frame. Solid athleticism. He mirrors really well in man coverage. Good ball skills, tracks the ball well, attacks the catch point. I think he needs to work on limiting big plays to increase his draft stock. That's something that he had an issue with, but also a lot of the Ohio State defense had issues with last year, giving up big plays, especially remember the Michigan big runs and everything else. So limiting big plays for him and the whole Ohio State team will be something we're watching out for, as a lot of the Ohio State guys are on these defensive watch lists. Kalen King, the corner out of Penn State. Another guy who joined in and played immediately, and this is not an easy position. I mean, a cornerback is not an easy position to come in and start right away. So very impressed when guys are able to do that, especially when you go to these big schools like Ohio State or Penn State. As a freshman, 21 total tackles, 5 passes defended. As a sophomore, 30 tackles, it says touchdowns, 30 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 16 passes defended. And I think his improvement really helped the Nittany Lions go to the Rose Bowl and win it. He's a little undersized, 5'11", 190 pounds. Needs to add weight to his frame to be able to hold up against those bigger wide receivers in the NFL. And he can be pretty grabby in coverage, but he can mirror receivers pretty well. Good ball skills and good instincts with his route recognition. So I think he can develop pretty well this year, and we'll see if he adds on some extra strength for this season. Kamari Lassiter, just another guy in these Georgia defenses that keeps on coming up. He stayed in Georgia as a high school recruit, played sparingly as a freshman and on special teams. He stepped into the starting lineup in 2022, 38 total tackles, 4 passes defended along the way. Helps Georgia win their second national championship as a starter after the first one was won as a reserve. Good length and height at 6 feet tall, but needs to add to his 180-pound frame. Still a young player. He still has time to do that, so we'll see if he can do that. I think he needs to prove he has good recovery speed as well. I think he could be too grabby in coverage to kind of cover up for the fact that maybe he doesn't have the best recovery speed. He has good athleticism and awareness as well. Fluid hips that can help him mirror receivers' routes. So I think he's got some potential here as well. He needs to take a step forward to maybe be a first-round draft pick this year, but with the way he's progressed from year 1 to year 2, I would not be shocked if that happens. Kool-Aid McKinstry, one of the best names in the 2024 NFL Draft class. You just don't make this stuff up, and hopefully he gets an NIL deal with Kool-Aid here soon. One of the top players, 2021 recruiting class, decided to stay in his home state and play for Alabama. Pretty big role as a freshman, 26 total tackles, 1 interception, 1 pass defended, and he really showed his star power in 2022 with 35 total tackles, 1 interception, and 15 passes defended. Solid size, 6'1", 195 pounds, good athleticism, can change directions quickly, mirrors receiver as well. Also has great ball skills. I think he's another corner who needs to show that he has good recovery speed and make sure he doesn't pick up a lot of penalties. That's something that's been an issue for him in the past. But a lot of potential here. He could be a first-round pick. Denzel Burke could be a first-round pick. Kamari Lassiter has a way to go, and Kalen King maybe a little bit, but some really good players in this class. We'll see how they all turn out. And then some other guys to watch, maybe not guys who are at the top of the top here in terms of draft prospects, but some guys who have had some good college tape, and I'm excited to see this year. Chris Abrams-Drain from Missouri. He's been a guy who has been very, very good at getting ball production. 14 passes defended in 2022. Going in the SEC, playing some of these big matchups, I think he's going to be getting a lot of good experience there, so that's exciting to see what he can do this year. And then Cam Hart, I really like what he's done. They've had some younger players play pretty well at Notre Dame too that maybe overshadow him, but I think he's been pretty solid for them over his career. Plenty of experience, good length to work with. I think that will entice the NFL scouts as well. He's made some big plays in some big games for Notre Dame, so I'm excited to see what he can do in games like against Ohio State, who have a new quarterback coming in. That'll be like their 3rd or 4th game of the season, and we'll see if he can make some big plays and make a young quarterback make him throw some interceptions. Jason Marshall out of Florida. First 2 years of his college career at Florida, he was thrown into the fire. He's had to stack up against these good SEC receivers. I think he can be a guy who this season really takes a step forward and even works his way into the top tier that we had listed there too. He's had a lot of good tape already in his career, and I think he could be a pretty solid player. So let me know what you think of this list in the comments below. Let me know if I missed anyone, if there's anyone that should be added to the watch list. I'll be adding to my big board all year long as we see more tape from these prospects going forward for the 2024 NFL Draft. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.